Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Dragonfist Gamer, and we're playing Control Ultimate Edition on the PS4 Pro. I don't have a PS5. Don't knock me for it. Let's get in the game. Yeah. But yeah, this game seemed like a pretty interesting title. The same company that was it Max Payne 1? God, I'm so stupid. I should have wrote card notes. Whatever. We're acapella in this. But yeah, this is pre-recorded on the line. I didn't record this commentary previously when I was playing, so
This is gonna be weirder.
here we are getting into the intro of the game.
Can't be helped.
This is the intro, as you can see.
Called me. So here I am.
I'll try to talk during cutscenes.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up.
First of all, bitch, who is you talking to?
Led to nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Don't talk during cutscenes.
It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall.
There's a potato on the wall.
We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie. What is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Lauren Cohan, is that you from The Walking Dead? She's in this game? At first I thought this was Lauren Cohan.
Anyone here?
Oh, here's me talking through cutscenes. I can't help myself, guys. I do what I want. It's my channel. Doesn't she look like Lauren Cohan? Apparently it's not some other voice actress or whatever. No! What's the name of the company? I can't remember. I'll look it up later. It's not Rocksteady. Rocksteady directed. They developed Max Payne 2. It'll come to my mind later. But yeah, in this walkthrough, I'm pretty much just testing out the physics and whatnot. I probably cut out some things in the game that drag on too long. But yeah, I'm pretty much just making this walkthrough because, you know, I wanted to see how this game runs on the PS4 Pro. I heard there was some updates that, you know, that got fixed, and I'm kind of testing out in this walkthrough. And for the most part, I haven't really fallen to any frame rate drops or anything like that. The game's pretty steady. As you can see me now, I'm kind of just testing the quality of the game. I turned off motion blur and film grain, so I'm getting that fluidity. And yeah, there is some anti-aliasing within the hair textures, but you're always gonna get that no matter what. Even on a 4K TV, I still kind of see the jagged edges in her hair, but it's not as that much noticeable. And I was on my TV. I don't know if it really comes up on the screen, but I was changing the HDR settings, and that anti-aliasing kind of smoothed everything out. But yeah, man. Yeah, I might just keep it as it is. I'm not gonna cut out anything because a lot of this in this walkthrough is just me walking through the game, testing out the physics as well as playing the game as it should be in a orderly fashion. Here's me walking. And you notice how there's no motion blur because I turned off all the motion blur. It doesn't really work well in certain games. I feel like it would work well in this game actually. See kind of screen tearing right there when the camera kind of jolted. I don't know if that was a frame rate drop or was that just screen tearing. See, things like motion blur really helps things like that in games. So, and I was just kind of testing out the physics and whatnot. And, she kind of walks kind of stiff.
All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Like as you can see, her hands it doesn't really have too much life to them. It kind of just drags down in a jolting fashion, and it kind of seems like she's holding on to something, like her gun, which she holds on 99% of the game. You get what is the name of the gun? C0012. I don't know much about the story of this game. I've just pretty much just played it, and I didn't do much research on it. For Christ's sakes, I don't even know the company that developed it. I'm kind of out of pocket here. Hey, well, that's what you get. I only have around 200 subscribers, so you get what you get, guys. I'm not doing all this research for you people. But yeah, I do stop from here and there to check out the collectibles and read everything I can find, and like again, I repeat, for the most part, everything seems very smooth on the PS4 Pro. Um, yeah, everything's running at a steady 30 frames per second. There's some here and there frame rate drops, and it's not super noticeable if you're playing on it, just regularly, and if you're not paying attention to it, you would probably miss it. It only drops 1 to 2 frames, but I experience more frame rate drips actually just walking around and exploring into different checkpoints rather than in combat, which is surprising to me. Here comes a cutscene.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, relevant. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Auntie the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think
Mm.
about it.
It's like he's reading her mind.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Check out this creepy ass hallway. After I interrupt my interruption with that weird ass janitor dude, I come into this hallway, and it immediately reminds me of The Shining with those two little girls. It's a scary ass scene in that movie. Here's Johnny. But I'm trying to figure out the plot in this game. It's really interesting. I feel like it's after I was going more further in the game, I was like, is everybody like in her head or something? Like this could be just like a play on her emotions or something like that. Like it could be like a psychological thriller. Like we don't really know what's going on. Apparently it's some type of zombie apocalypse, 3 to 4 dimensional zombies in this corporation, yada yada yada. But it's like it more so seems like this is a play on her psychological events going on in her life. She could be going through something, depression or whatnot, or a psychosis, and this is what's playing around in her mind. So that's what I was thinking the whole time playing this game. Especially when she's like talking to herself constantly, I'm kind of like wondering whether this is kind of like, maybe some type of, she's in a coma or something.
And the poster.
But I could just be
I
overthinking
was
it.
11 years years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Cue the Doom Guy music. Sounds like Doom. Control. Do 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 do. That was a hell of an intro. The game had 2 intros.
You there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
What? See what I mean? Like, dead giveaway. I bet you the ending of this game is going to be her waking up in a coma. Or, you know, she's going through a psychological event and people probably studying her brain or whatnot. It could be something like that. We don't know. It could just be... We'll see. Word phrases to use in the service of his or her country. Regret. Pride, proud. This game definitely comes off more like a horror movie. I get like horror movie vibes. Paranormal activity shit. Alright, further on. Yeah, just me checking the physics in her walk. See, I'm walking back and forth, and for the most part it looks pretty smooth, but it's kind of stiff, man. I don't know, it's the way she walks a little bit too straight. It's kind of like someone's holding her up on a pendulum or something. Whoa.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
here we are in the first tutorial of the game, and everything from this point is still very smooth. Um, runs pretty well on last gen consoles. I think we're on the 1.5 update, and everything's pretty okay for the most part. I only played an hour and a half of this game so far. And this game is just so weird. Like, what is that? This gotta be one of the weirdest games I've played.
The same gun.
And I thought Bioshock was weird. This is like next level Blair Witch type shit. Like, what kind of gun is that? Like, that gun is breathing, my guy. That gun has a nose. Like, it has the eyes and a mouth. It's a whole ass bitch. Shoot him. See, my aim is always on point. I make sure. Thank me for that. Give myself a pat on the back. I don't think I really missed any shot right there. The jumping seems a little floaty, but it's plausible. And for what I'm seeing, this game has kind of a lot of variety in enemies. I didn't see any. I was never bored fighting. That's one thing. I wasn't bored shooting things. The gunplay feels very solid. Boom. You know, some solid gameplay here and there. I make sure I'm not a hardcore gamer, but I'm also a good gamer. You know, I'm not a casual, and I'm not hardcore, but I'm a great gamer. I can be a hardcore gamer.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
And you know, once she said the dead man,
Down outside.
I wasn't really.
Go.
I had to give this dude a couple love taps, you know, just to make sure he's dead, so he don't get up and try to eat me, you know. So yeah, you know, I had to give him a couple love taps, because you don't know what kind of game this is. It's one of them psychological zombie type shit. You don't know what to expect, man. So, you know, this science fiction shit, where it's talking about dimensions and all that, you don't know what to expect. So you shoot everything until it's dead. So, you know, I had to give my boy a couple of shots in the head, so, you know, he don't get back up. Rest in peace to the man, whoever that guy is, you know. Rest in peace to him. I don't think he was necessarily a good person, but hey, we'll find out. You know, we're only 1 hour in. See, that's the type of shit I don't fuck with. Like, I was getting ready to turn off my game at this point.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Thank you. That was horrible.
Wow. I could not tell whether that was real life or the game. I know some of the parts were like live action, but like when she was in the dark, I'm pretty sure that was actually CGI. That was really great use of the Unreal Engine. I'm pretty sure that's what this game's running on. You know, take me on a limb. I don't know. I'm all like what is Entity? I don't even remember picking that up. I'm doing this on a limb. I don't know. I don't even know the company of the game. Did his target individuals with combat training? Do's, don'ts, and whatnots. And once I kept seeing the same dude that laid himself out. What's his name? General Farquaad. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Nixon. He looks like President Nixon. Um, every time I kept seeing his face, I was wondering, like, maybe this could be some type of psychological, like maybe she's Alice in Wonderland, Like I started making conspiracies and all that. She's like, bro, like this really got trippy. And I looked at my gun, the gun that they give you in this game. I'm like, is this Dolores from Westworld? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, bro. This could be like two universes coming in, twining with each other. So I was like, bro, like this gun, it seems futuristic, but it also seems like it's from the past at the same time. So, bro, I'm making conspiracy theories, man. I had my sticky pads and I was writing shit down, like low key on facts. But man, this is really some Illuminati.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a...
Boy. Okay, where was I? Yeah, I was like, yo, this is really some Illuminati Area 51 type shit. So, yeah. Back to the physics, though. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. The game runs very nicely done. Everything's on nice and glossy and flossy. So, I'm here walking and talking and doing the bossing and doing the saucing. And the next thing you know, I see this dude silhouetted in the atmosphere. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's up going on with my TV, bro? And then all these guys floating in the air and skipping and dipping and doing the backflips and all that. So I start popping away, and I realized I was low on ammo. So I started running. Jan, and the bullets walking past me. And I'm like, oh shit, this is hard as hell. Cause like you put that in slow-mo, and I'm running away from the bullets. It was like a Matrix movie. So, hey, I started hitting them. I started boxing them. I started boxing because I was running out of ammo. And the next thing you know, these guys come out of nowhere. I was like, hell nah, mama ain't raised no snitch. Let me rephrase that. Mama ain't raised no quitter. So I kept popping them off. I was getting pure headshots at this point. See, I laid those two brothers out. Yo, it's a wrap. I don't know why those guys, they must have partied too hard. This must be some type of anti-gravity. I guess this is how quantum physicists, they party like this. They try that new space kush. But hey, everything's all flossy and saucy and bossy. So yeah, I go back in the boom boom room in the back over here, see if they got some new, mixtapes I could download. So I'm going here looking for some new mixtapes. Let me run over here. See that? You see that? Look. Boom. I got me some cassettes on deck. I gotta read it first. See if it's that real grade A shit. And it's another file. And then I read it. I was like, my baby mama turning 48. I was like, hell nah, she ain't getting no child support money. So I run away. Yeah. But yeah, nicely well established particle effects. Everything looks very crisp, and I still don't understand that oily type of shit that comes out of the enemies anytime you kill them. It looks like unicorn vomit, or I don't know. Is this some type of new cocaine? You'll see it once I shoot another enemy. So I'm walking around the red table, and I was like, yo, this is like a legit Masonic party. This is developed. Yeah, and I had to go through the old-fashioned way, pop in the windows. Nobody walks through doors no more. They just telekinesis the area. You know, so you gotta make it look nice. You know, look like we started a big ass. You know, I thought it was Christmas, so I had to make it be resourceful. And then I realized my face is on the billboard. I'm like, oh shit, like they really got me on file in this bitch. So I had a jet. I had to run out of the motherfuckers. I was like, oh god damn, they got me on file. Wait, this could be my business. And I was like, why am I running into the business? Why is she running into the business? And then I look back and I had to look inside my thoughts. I was like, yo, this game might be about her trying to get revenge on her boss, so she killed her boss, and now she trying to get revenge from him, so she shot her boss, and then she wiped off the fingerprints on the gun, and now she got the gun, and then the next thing you know, it's a psychological thriller. And then yo, and now yo, I'm a genius. I am a genius. But you know, at the end of the day, we'll see. Whoa. So yeah, back to what was I saying? This is on a pre-recorded line. Central Executive. All right. I'm losing my lingo here. Let me get back on topic. See, like she's talking to herself. This only
Babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
And from this point, there's like a billion different cutscenes and all that. So I'm gonna be quiet for the next 15 minutes and so you guys get in the story, and then I'm gonna do the next commentary on the next half of the game. So peace.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane? Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents. Is it safe to come out?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying... It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out. guys burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the Hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thank...
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. Yeah, you've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention. Find it? You don't. Which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
See, like, I really had to cut off my voice for that amount of minutes because there was a lot of talking, and you know how people get when I talk through the cutscenes and all the tic tac and the tick toes and the yada yada yada. So I had to do that for you. Hope nobody's gonna be pissed off. Like, why you talking through cutscenes, Dragon Fist? Why you talking through this? You know, you can't satisfy anybody. And hey, look, it saves me more time of opening my big ass mouth anyways. I'm pretty sure y'all watch this to watch me play video games, not talk about nonsensical random ish. So, fire, firepower. But you know, I gotta make sure I collect everything in the area. That's how I am when I play video games. I can't stress it anymore. I am a perfectionist at the core, at its core, at my core. I am a perfectionist. So, I gotta do what it do.
Reminder, if you experience an unempty...
There it is again. Our welcome message.